is of it to have paying customers back in the race course again. There's no two ways about it. The smaller courses actually, it hasn't made, as from my point of view, when you go racing, it doesn't feel so bad when it's a small course. Yet when they come back like that, and you see everyone's been very sensible as well, it really makes the day. We've had good racing here, but without the crowd there, and there's people sitting around just having a drink and just generally enjoying it, we get used to obviously going racing. Very lucky to go racing sort of 3-4 times a week. You don't realise sometimes how lucky you are. It just becomes sort of part of the job. But no, it's great. So there is Gentleman's Dream from Team Moores, who obviously dominated the day. Just going past there, that was Soar Like an Eagle for Richard Rowe and James Davis. There is the favourite again. Again, sort of, when you come to these places out here in Fontwell, the more horses are normally not much value because everyone they tend to be over bet. This horse didn't run. Having said that, didn't run a bad race behind Delface at Hereford last time. Wasn't beaten that far, but the runs before that was beaten a fairway here. The last couple of times actually was here and pulled up. So look at a horse who's got a bit of ability, but I don't know if I'd want to be taking 5-2 about the horse. Habsab for, again, local trainer Linda Jewell. This horse has been a revelation since going over fences. Has absolutely loved it, and was actually pulled up first time it ran over fences, and then since then the last couple of times exactly was here on very heavy ground when it got the better of Toby Law's horse Potteray Express, and then here on much better ground off 76 is obviously up in the weights, is up to 83, beat Magic River by 4 lengths. So I think Habsab's a safer bet as the jockeys then come into the parade ring.
50 to 1 when running last time in a novice handicap at Hereford, and crept round, actually finished the race off quite well, but it was his first run in 3 years. So you always have this thing called the bounce factor, which is nagging in the back of your head every time a horse has a second run after a layoff. And that was only 19 days ago, that run. So that would be a little bit of a negative. But this horse could be thrown in here off 94. So
back in trip with the cheek pieces on.
Travels well with the cheek pieces on. I am with you, Matt.
Well, who needs Alex? You've said it, Fitzy, and I don't blame you. I hope you have a satisfying ride in the 258 at Plumpton with me, with Kruger's Girl. Poor horse. Got the absolute double whammy. Now I'm just hoping Mitchell Bastian comes back safe. Here we go.
Chainsmoker is the last one to leave the starting point as they head towards the first of the 14 fences. Habsab, Burgess Dream, and also Kruger's Girl switch to the inside, are amongst the first to arrive at the first fence, which they all take. Down Milking Lane landed a little bit awkwardly towards the outside and is chased along early as Habsab now has a clear advantage on the run towards the second. Burgess Dream and Olvan Abbey Lane take it just ahead of the dark jacket of Shaw's Dilemma, and on the inside Kruger's Girl. So that's the first half of the field. Gentleman's Dream races early on in 7th or 8th place, just ahead of Impulsive Leader as they climb away with Brother Bennett the Grey. The last two down Milking Lane, and Chainsmoker is last of all. So making their journey uphill towards fence number 3. Habsab with moving forward, Shaw's Dilemma to take second place, as again they're all over the third OK. Burgess Dream on the inside of Abbey Lane, and then the crossbelt colours of Soar Like an Eagle on the outer of Impulsive Leader. On the inside is Kruger's Girl, and Gentleman's Dream still held up towards the back as they make their way into the back straight. And out in the lead, it remains Habsab by just over 2 lengths from Burgess Dream on the inside of Shaw's Dilemma as they spy the fence at the top of the hill. Habsab over it OK. Whole fielder over. Again, down Milking Lane is just a little slower than some of the others and is in the rear wave at the moment with Brother Bennett and Chainsmoker. as Habsab, just steadying it down, is closed on by Shaw's Dilemma, Burgess Dream, and right up the running rail, Cruiser's Girl. A little wider out is Soar Like an Eagle in the blue sleeves, just ahead of Abbey Lane, who's also in that pursuing little cluster. Shaw's Dilemma just wandering around on the approach towards the next fence. Got to the other side okay. Gentleman Leader comes next. Chain Smoker just shaken along, and Down Milking Lane continues to drift back in the field. So Habsab leads them over the open ditch. And Habsab leading by 2 to 3 lengths from Shaw's Dilemma, who is in second. Cruiser's Girl is in third. Soar Like an Eagle fourth, and Burgess Dream in fifth. Round the outside, the red sleeve jacket of Gentleman's Dream, just making a little bit of progress now. Red sleeves, just ahead of Abbey Lane. Towards the inside is Impulsive Leader, as Habsab is already making the turn and is on towards the first up the home straight. Not quite yet at halfway. Down Milking Lane has lost touch and was awkward into the straight there, is the one that is detached, as Habsab leads Burgess Dream over that. Third place belongs to Shaw's Dilemma. Gentleman's Dream towards the outside. Think at the back of the field, Down Milking Lane is about to be pulled up at the rear. Indeed, Down Milking Lane is out of the race. So Habsab it is who has the advantage with just over a circuit to travel. So Habsab, looking for this hat-trick. Dave Cross in the saddle, leads from Burgess Dream in second, under Rex Dingle in the blue. The outside, Gentleman's Dream, Josh and Gary Moore looking for their third winners of the day with Impulsive Leader, and that group is Shaw's Dilemma. Soar Like an Eagle's being pushed along. Cruiser's Girl's lost a bit of ground. Chain Smoker just trying to filter his way through the field, has about 2 behind now. They are Abbey Lane, who's lost ground relatively swiftly as they take that, and Brother Bennett is the other. Chain Smoker made a mistake, and Cruiser's Girl is another to now come significantly off the bridle. So the order, as they turn at the highest point, is Habsab has the lead. That lead is about 2 lengths over Burgess Dream in second, Shaw's Dilemma and Gentleman's Dream. Gentleman's Dream now being moving through into third. In fifth place is Impulsive Leader, then Soar Like an Eagle, gap to Cruiser's Girl, Brother Bennett and Chain Smoker as they make their way now down towards the first down the back. Habsab jumped in particularly well. Stragglers over it, Abbey Lane and Chain Smoker. I don't know their participation will go on for a great deal longer. Meanwhile, Habsab has tried to make his getaway on the run down towards the 2 fences at the foot of the hill. Habsab from Burgess Dream in second place for Rex Dingle. Out wide, a Gentleman's Dream in the red sleeve jacket. Then behind these, Impulsive Leader getting a little closer for James Best. Soar Like an Eagle comes next. Then Shaw's Dilemma. They may well be the only ones that are going to continue. Whole host of horses pulling up behind that include Cruiser's Girl, Brother Bennett, Chain Smoker and Abbey Lane. Last ditch 3 from the finish. Habsab keeping up the gallop. Impulsive Leader has moved through into second place. Then back in third is Burgess Dream. Gentleman's Dream has now dropped out very swiftly indeed. So on the home turn, Habsab has the lead. Burgess Dream has moved through into second once again with Impulsive Leader. And now Burgess Dream is throwing down a determined challenge to Habsab and has taken it up off the final turn. So as they make the turn back towards home, it is Burgess Dream for the Beano partnership who have the lead from Habsab in second. Back in third then is Impulsive Leader. They're clear of Shaw's Dilemma. And this is 2 from the finish, and Burgess Dream is galloping on well. Habsab and Impulsive Leader, they are clear of Shaw's Dilemma, and Soar Like an Eagle. Only those 5 are continuing, but Burgess Dream in a grueling test heads down towards the last with a clear advantage over Impulsive Leader and Habsab. Final fence, Burgess Dream is over well. Burgess Dream clear from in second, Impulsive Leader, Habsab, Soar Like an Eagle and Shaw's Dilemma for some tired placed horses. But Burgess Dream, the 11-year-old for Alan Newton-Smith, the Beano partnership, 6th success of his career, beats Impulsive Leader. Third place is going to go to Soar Like an Eagle as Habsab stops to a walk across the line in fourth, and Shaw's Dilemma the only other one to finish.
Well, I can tell you, the screams and shouts, obviously trained locally from the team here, owned by the Beano partnership, was absolutely tremendous to hear. It really was. Well, let's see if we can have a good word with Anne a little bit later on. Obviously, this horse absolutely loves soft ground, staged very well as well. They went too fast up front in the conditions, and this horse has just picked them off and has had one under a really positive ride as well by Rex Dingle. See, kept the revs up going to last. Wasn't a stride there, but that didn't matter. You could see Habsab, who made the running out on his feet back there. He actually finishes fourth in the end. Impulsive Leader back there in second, but big prize winner and a very popular one, 22 to 1.
Congrats, well done, Scooby. Wow. Russ is gutted now, he didn't come. I feel, I know. And so poor. Really excitement. I don't think we got a single.
Well done, Rex.
Fantastic.
Yeah, brilliant ride.
Well, I don't know about that. He did most of the work.
Yeah.
But you got the strides, you got some lovely
Yeah, no,
strides.
early on he was jumping fantastic.
Yeah.
When the pace quickened a bit, he was a little bit underneath them.
Yeah.
And I thought I didn't want to go too far behind Habsad because there's one around here plenty.
Yeah.
So I wanted to keep tabs on that. He got quite a good jump at the top of the hill and quickened away, and I thought, well, I'll just hold him together. And then when I passed him turning in, I was like, right, I've got to go and send him now because if I'm short at the last two, I don't want to be beaten because of that.
Yeah.
But no, fantastic. I know I've won by a mile in the end, but
I mean, you could have slowed down and had a fan on the run.
Right, Luke Harvey is our man on track at Plumpton. Anna, get your breath back. Breathe, breathe.
Do you know what? There's the biggest cheer of the day. Local winner.
Thank you.
That was brilliant, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. This horse has always been a 3 miler, but he's just got a little bit cleverer as he's got older. So we thought we'd try 2.5 and just have him a bit more prominent, and it seems to be working. Rex just played around a bit in the race and kept him interested and kept him sweet.
Because they went very fast up front,
Yeah.
and it seemed to suit your lad coming through, didn't it?
Yeah, and his confidence has really come on. It's taken him so long to get him to jump every fence with confidence. He always used to miss one, but he's got better and better as he's got older. So, yes, very pleased.
And quite a few of the locals here obviously back the horse as well. But
Yeah.
how far do you train from here?
Probably about 45 minutes away, down
Okay.
near Eastbourne, actually.
Oh, right.
2 miles from Beachy Head, funnily enough.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And how many have you got in these days?
Only 5 at the moment,
Oh,
so not many. But I've got some youngsters in.
good.
And it does take time for them to come through. So this season's going to be quiet, but with horses like him, it just keeps your name on the map. And you know,
People forget, don't they, how you need a sort of cross section of horses, don't you, from the youngsters up to the old boys that can win you races.
you do. I mean, the best sort of handicappers, they retire and you keep going, don't you, hoping they'll find another race while the youngsters are still coming through, and it's just getting the timing right. But yes, it'll come. I've got some nice
You're
youngsters.
well known for being an enthusiastic trainer as well.
I'm very enthusiastic. Yes, I do shout a lot, but with this on, it doesn't sound so bad.
What was your background? How did you ever get into training horses?
Well, basically, I started out. My father didn't want me to have anything to do with horses. I started out in show jumping when I was about 16, and then went on to work in point-to-pointing and with Ben Wise back in the day, under rules, and then so from then on, the team chasing with the Gorings.
Yeah.
And then obviously I had to take my licence because point-to-pointing was, I had to step up really and have a go. So that's 20-something years ago now.
Blimey, time flies.
I know, how scary, isn't it? Yeah.
And this it must be your favourite track, isn't it?
It's my favourite track. I love it here. I love the people here, and it's a very friendly atmosphere, and most of my horses enjoy it. So.
Well, we love you having winners here.
Thank
as well,
you,
so
Luke.
really
I'll
well
never
done.
forget hiding from you around that oak tree about 3 years ago when you approached me with that.
Oh dear, I thought you were going to say I'd approach you at some hunt ball or something.
Oh, no. Well, not that I remember anyway.
Well done. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye-bye.